Welcome to the repair shop,
Oh, my goodness.
where precious but faded keepsakes
That is proper crushed.
are restored to their former glory.
Zhuzhing.
Could I get finished now, please?
Yes.
A dream team of expert craftspeople
I'm absolutely chuffed to bits.
Fantastic.
Brilliant.
Yes, look at that.
using traditional techniques passed down the generations
Perfecto.
It's almost magic.
Nothing better than a plan that works.
restore irreplaceable treasures
It's perfect.
and unlock the stories they hold.
Happy teeth.
It feels more magical.
I just want to hug everybody.
First, a piece of the historic spectacle that captivated the nation. Steph Britton and her stepmum Alex are entrusting a very cherished possession to ceramics conservator Kirsten Ramsay.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi there.
How you doing?
Okay, thank you.
So, what have you brought us? Not just that, is it?
No, no. The pretty bits in there.
Whoa. Okay, that's broken.
My goodness.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a Tower of London poppy.
You got one.
Yeah, well, my dad got one.
And his name?
Pete. We went along about 4 times, I think, to see
4 times.
the Tower of London poppy and that sea of poppies. Yeah.
Wow.
In 2014, a momentous art installation took over the Tower of London to mark 100 years since Britain's involvement in the First World War. 888,246 handmade ceramic poppies filled the moat, each poppy representing a British military life lost.
So, you guys got a chance to buy one of these, because I tried to get one and
Well, yeah.
I couldn't get one.
No, Pete, when he found out that you could buy one,
Yeah.
it was like, you know, bidding for, like, tickets or something like that. Yeah, he was completely, like, he really wanted one. So
Yeah,
when it
yeah.
came, it was just like, you know, a Christmas present through the post, so...
Wow.
So what was it like seeing that sea of poppies when you went there?
Oh, it was amazing. It was just me and my dad, and the whole day was just so much fun. I'd say it's probably one of the sort of last day outs with him that I had before he was ill, so it was just a carefree day out.
At the time, he wasn't very well at all, and later he discovered, actually just after getting this poppy, that he had an incurable disease called AL amyloidosis. It's a blood disease, and he was just 50, and he basically passed away 3 years after that. Yeah.
So was this bought for you then?
He bought it with me and my brother in mind, because myself and my older brother serve in the military. I did, he still does. So, yeah, he was just quite proud of that.
And it did give him great joy and comfort, because, you know, both his children came home safely from Afghanistan, so...
Wow, what was you doing over there?
So I was in the Royal Artillery, but, yeah, I literally did September 2012 to April 2013, and as I was flying out, my brother was flying in. So our parents had a whole year, well, just over a year of worry, but, yeah.
It seems like there's an awful lot wrapped up in this small poppy.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just that memory of my dad, you know, real sentimental feeling attached to it because of him. So it's just really wrapped up with a lot of feelings, yeah.
So, can't avoid the elephant in the room. What happened to it?
OK, so when we got it, Pete wanted it outside, and it looked fabulous. It was there for quite some time, a couple of years.
My dad had passed away in December, so it was very much bad weather for months, and after a while I was like, we should maybe bring it in and try and keep it in good condition.
Mm-hmm. So, well, when I took the poppy, I picked it up, it just all came, you know, broke, and my heart sank. It's devastating for me to feel responsible for how it looks right now, to be honest. I really wish I'd have brought it inside before for Stephanie.
So these are ceramic, but they're not really strong enough to withstand frost and sort of, you know, the changes in weather. I think it would have just happened anyway, so...
Well, hopefully we can do, or Kirsten could do, something with this and bring it back.
Be wonderful.
Yeah.
That really would be wonderful.
Well, thank you both for bringing this in.
Can't wait to see the
Can't
result.
wait.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You take care
Thank
now.
you. Bye.
Bye-bye. You're going to be all right with this?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to doing this. I'm not so
Really?
sure about this. Metal rod.
No, got to get Dom on that.
Yeah?
I'll take that out to him. I'll leave
Yeah,
it to-
lovely. Thanks, Joe. I've worked on quite a few of these Tower of London poppies, and this is possibly the worst damaged poppy that I've seen. And really, initially, I just want to see whether I've got all of the pieces here or if there's something actually missing. Now, each one of these poppies is unique. I've got no pattern on here to follow to guide me, so what I'm doing is I'm trying to match the areas that don't have any colour on them and use that as my guide. There are a few little pieces missing, so I'm going to have to fill those, and then I'm going to retouch that red. But first, I'm going to make a start cleaning this.
I think you're going to like this one.
It's going to be good.
When's the last time you had a shave?
You're having a laugh, aren't you?
Yeah. When's the last time?
What have you got planned?
It's all to do with shave.
Hang on a second.
Here to see guru of gizmos and gadgets, Dominic Chenier, is Barber Panos Adamou, with an essential tool of the trade from his family's business.
Hi.
How you doing? You all right?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Tell us about this. What is it?
What is it?
This is a hot towel machine for the barber shop.
You're a barber then?
I'm a barber, yes. Second generation.
Wow.
This was my father's,
Okay.
and it needs looking after.
How long has Dad been a barber?
Dad came over when he was 17 from Cyprus, and he came over on the invite from the Commonwealth. In 1952, there was an influx of
People from the
Commonwealth to come and help rebuild and work in the service industry. And he learnt his barber trade in London, and he was a barber all his life.
What's your dad's name?
Peter Adamou.
And is Dad still with us?
Dad passed away 7 years ago.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This is part of the reason I want to get this, you know, get the memories going again. Memories of the whole experience of working with my father. Thinking back, you treasure those times more and more.
Where do hot towels come in to having a shave?
You use the hot towel to soften the skin before the shave. You're sat back, relax, you put the hot towel on, it softens the skin and hair follicles. Then you apply the soap suds, and the razor will cut a lot smoother. And then the hot towel afterwards to clean off all the excess soap, and then apply the aftershave.
So when this was in the barber shop, before it got retired,
Yes.
what did this look like? Was this shiny?
Oh, yeah, you can imagine all the chrome, all the steam. The hot towels will sit on that shelf all rolled up.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah.
And then this tap would release hot water,
When you need a tea.
but predominantly for the soap suds.
So this is an important piece of equipment then.
Oh, yes, every barber shop would have had a version of this. And this is the little sign that literally sits
Pops in there.
there, and it should be white with black letters saying hot towel.
That's green. That's not
I
white.
know, I know. I had a glassmaker have a go at making something for me. I think he must have used a bit of glass from his glassworks. He did it as a favour.
Oh,
you know, I cannot complain.
And the intention, if this is able to be fixed, where's it going?
It's going back to my barber shop in Shanklin on the Isle of Wight because my son is a barber.
Really?
And he's the only one, the third generation, to become a barber.
Yeah.
So we've got to keep the line going.
So now you're working with your son.
Oh, and this is going to keep telling a story.
Yeah. It's a real joy, and hopefully, if he gets it working, he might have a shave, you never know.
You never know.
Thank you.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Lovely to meet you.
Take
Bye-bye.
care now.
See you
Bye-bye.
later.
Well, I have to say, this is my first experience with a hot towel machine. It's not looking its best. I can't believe there's so much limescale inside this. I've never seen anything like it. Even my kettle in the workshop isn't this bad. There's two sides to this repair. First is mechanically getting it working. The heating element, the seized-up tap on the front. The second side of the restoration is cosmetics, the best bit. Shining up and polishing up this chrome work, and then the all-important little glass sign for the top. But the biggest issue is going to be that sort of green drip running down there. That, to me, looks like a potential leak. So I think the first job is to fill it with water and see if that or anywhere else starts leaking. Oh, no. Look, literally dripping straight away. That's quite bad. It's actually dripping quite a lot. That has made things a lot more difficult. I'm absolutely going to have to deal with that.
As Dom rolls up his sleeves, Kirsten has completed her cleaning stint on the commemorative poppy and can now begin the delicate task of rebuilding.
This poppy, it seems to be built up in 2 stages, so I'm going to put it back together in 2 stages. This is the first section, and it's relatively heavy with all of these clay petals that hang from that central point, so I need to make sure that this is a really good, strong bond. I'm using a 2-part epoxy resin here, which is quite fast acting, and I've mixed the 2 parts together, so that's a chemical reaction where they start to harden. So I'm going to use this tissue rolled up just as a support because it's quite a difficult angle. I'm just trying to find the exact spot. I've got some tape ready here, which I'm going to use just to pull those 2 sections together. It's just a very small touch point, and it's really about just seeing that it looks correct. I'm going to allow that to harden and cure now, and in the meantime I'm going to take a look at this petal here and see if I can get these little fragments into place. So I'm really looking for shapes to try and match, and that's the first piece there. You can see that I've got an area that's missing, and once this is hardened and cured I can then make up that missing area. It's come together really nicely, it feels strong, and the next stage now is to start filling in these areas where some of the petal's been lost. I've decided to use a wood filler. It's not too hard, but it gives a really nice smooth surface to paint onto. I'm just going to let this harden off now, and then I can sand and shape the fills before retouching, which with this red can be quite tricky.
Good to have you back.
Thank you, Jay.
You glad to be here?
Yeah, fun.
Bless you.
Paper conservator Louise Drover is here to help sisters Tiffany Watson and Sarah Blackman with a very precious assignment.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi there.
All right. You?
Very good.
Good, thank you. Have a seat.
Hello.
Wow. And who we got?
Tiffany. I'm Sarah.
Sarah.
So who's this in the painting?
This is Tracy, our oldest sister.
And you can see the date on there, it was painted in 1980, is that right?
That's right, yeah.
And how old was she there?
She was 13. Sadly, Tracy died at 13. That's why the portrait was done of her. So, yeah, me and Tracy have two very rare muscle wasting diseases. Got central cord disease and malignant hypothermia.
What does that do? I've never heard of that.
So the central cord disease is the physical disability. It's under the umbrella of muscular dystrophy.
Okay.
And malignant hypothermia, we're allergic to anaesthetic. But we didn't actually know that until, sadly, we went for, like, a routine recorrection surgery. Tracy, being a little bit older than me, went in first. And then, obviously, she had the reaction to the anaesthetic and never came out, so...
OK, sorry to hear that. So how many sisters are there? How many
There was 3.
Tracy was the oldest.
Eldest, yeah,
You're
I'm
the
middle. Tiffy,
you're the
youngest.
Yeah.
So what was Tracy like?
Very happy.
Yeah. Yeah, she's fun-loving.
Yeah.
She's got a good sense of humour.
Yeah.
Nothing really stopped her. We all did the same things.
We always played loads of games, didn't we? Always
Yeah.
together. Very close family. Every night I'd go in and sleep with Tracy. When my mum and dad were went to bed, I'd sneak in and I used to curl up with her every night. I felt very kindred with her.
So was Tracy alive when this was painted?
No, I believe this was done after she died.
Okay.
So mum and dad wanted to have a painting above our fireplace, so...
And it was done from, like, a portrait, a photograph that had been done of Tracy, so that's where it came from.
I think it was her last school photograph.
Yeah.
Right.
And the fact that it's a permanent reminder of keeping Tracy, like, alive in our memories, sort of seeing her on the wall, smiling, will, you know, means so much to the family.
So how do you think this damage has occurred?
It was always in the family home, in the lounge.
Okay.
It was up over a big open fire, so I just, you know, maybe sort of the heat.
Heat, yeah,
sort
possibly.
of, you know.
We'll know more once it's opened.
And what you would like Louise to do is just basically bring it back to the way it was when it was first
that'd be
painted.
lovely.
Do your best, you know, anything's going to be brilliant.
Absolutely. But I'm looking forward to working on it, actually.
Thank you.
It'll be a pleasure.
It'll be exciting to see it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you both for bringing it in.
Thank you very much.
You take care.
Thank you.
We'll see you soon.
Bye. Thanks.
That's weird how it's done that.
It
though,
is, isn't it? Yeah,
Just in
very
certain
unusual.
spots.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm intrigued to open it, actually.
I'll leave it to you.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's a lovely thing, really delicately done. I think the artist has used either an oil-based pastel or a sort of chalk-type pastel, and these are very loosely bound drawings. The thing that does distract is the discoloration, but I think if I open it, I'll probably know a little bit more. Ooh, look at that staining. Yes, there's the staining. So whatever that was, which looks kind of oily in a way, it's clearly this that's had the effect on the actual drawing itself. So the first thing I'll do is some surface cleaning, and it'll go through a whole wet treatment process to try and remove all this staining and at least reduce it if it's not removable. May need some retouching at that stage, perhaps more to disguise that staining, and eventually a new mount and then reframing. But first thing to do is to take off all this tape.
The hot towel machine is starting to come apart. Oh, man, look in there. If I can't get that nut removed, I'm never going to be able to get this handle off and get inside the tap to clean out all of that sludge inside there. The nut is brass, the actual axle that runs through the middle, it's all quite soft and delicate pieces of metal. I'm using a soft hammer, so I'm not causing any damage to the end of the thread. I've hit that as hard as I dare at the moment. You know what? I'm not going to push my luck. So I think the best thing to do is soak this in my limescale removing solution. And hopefully, after a bath in there, I'll be able to get that axle out. At this stage, I'm not sure if we're going to be able to save this. Time will tell.
While Dom waits for the solution to work its magic on the sea's tap, it gives him a chance to lend a hand on the Tower of London memento.
OK. Jay has given me the stem of the poppy that Kirsten is working on. I'm going to clean this up, remove the rust, and then prime it and paint it to protect it for the future.
That's the fills all smoothed back and shaped, and you can really see how that poppy's coming back together now. The next stage is going to be retouching, and whilst I normally love colour matching, I happen to know that these poppies are quite difficult to get that exact red, so I'm going to see how I get along. And looking at the colours I've got here, I'm actually seeing that there's a slight darkness, possibly a blue or a brown, so I'm going to add in a little bit of a blue and see whether that's right. Actually, that colour looks pretty good.
Now the tap has had a good while to soak in the limescale removing solution. That's amazing how much that's removed. I reckon if I clamp that back in the vise and give that a wiggle, carefully, that might come out. Oh, it's worked. Right, if I wiggle that. It all looks in good condition, actually. Just needs a bit of a clean up, and I reckon that's good to go. Panos's hot towel machine has a leak. I've found where it is. There's a little hole. It's right here. But I'm going to try my very best to solder this hole back up. Here we go then. Well, tell you what, I'm actually really pleased with that, but it doesn't really matter what it looks like. The whole point is that it doesn't leak and holds water. The only way I'm going to know that is by filling it up and testing it again.
In her effort to remove the oily stain from the irreplaceable portrait, Louise is deploying the surprising combination of water and paper.
I'm humidifying Tracy's portrait just in readiness for washing. Humidification will stretch the paper and what we call relax the paper. Also helps me to highlight these oil areas, and I noticed that they didn't wet as readily as the rest of the sheet. I'm masking off that the chalked area, the drawn area. We don't want that area saturated. Looks pretty good. I'm going to lift it off and take it to the vacuum table. There we go. This is a vacuum table. It's basically full of holes. It draws down moisture, and it's operated with a wet and dry vac, which is behind me. Moisture's pulled through, and I can treat stains individually, and for it to operate at its optimum in the actual area of the artwork, you just mask out these areas. So I switch it on. I can still see that the oiled areas are slightly resilient. So I'll turn the vacuum up a bit. And I may add just pure alcohol to those areas. In theory, the alcohol acts a little bit like washing up liquid, perhaps on a greasy plate or something, and it just breaks that surface tension. I'm quite glad that Tiffany and Sarah can't see what I'm doing. I'm sure the thought of adding water and moisture to Tracy's pastel must fill her with dread, really, but it is the right thing to do. I think we'll try some on her chin. It's always a bit scary to work directly on the chalk, but I'm looking at it all the time, actually, and I can see it's quite stable, but I absolutely love the sort of trepidation of chalks, actually. I love the fear. I think the alcohol has worked in breaking up that surface tension of the oil that's saturated into the paper. I shall now move on to, sounds a bit frightening, but it's a type of stabilised bleach. And I'm hoping that the bleach will actually lift the staining a lot more. This bleach is a conservation grade. It's nothing like anyone would find domestically in the house. So I'll neutralise just with water. This is working really well. There's plenty more to do. Once the paper's dry, it'll actually look more even. So I think I'll just carry on doing that and, yeah, just keep going in the same way, really.
Having perfected the poppy's colour, Kirsten's finishing the last petal.
Hello, hello.
Hey.
You okay?
Yeah, fantastic. You've done it.
Yes, sandblasted it, stripped it, primed, repainted. I did have to replace these two little bits of rubber, though, like for like, but they were just completely corroded. So.
Okay, good.
And they're holding it all together, believe it or not.
Do we know what order they go in?
Which order? I'm just trying to think.
I think this one was definitely on... That one was on the top.
Well, see how you go. But I would start with that. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Good luck.
Thank you very much, Dom.
You're
that looks
welcome.
great.
This poppy was one of thousands of unique handmade flowers that formed part of a moving and monumental installation at the Tower of London, commemorating lives lost in the First World War.
Kirsten, you ready?
Yeah, absolutely. Don't sneeze.
I'm not going to sneeze. You best not sneeze.
And breathe.
For ex-soldier Steph and her stepmum Alex, the poppy holds even greater meaning, reminding them of much missed father and husband, Pete.
Hello.
Hello.
How we doing?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Very good.
Oh, wow.
You all right?
Yeah.
Bit nervous.
Yeah, very nervous.
Are you nervous?
Wow. It's just emotional. It's just been, you know, a bit of another roller coaster of bringing back the lovely thoughts of Pete and, yeah, and the special day.
Yeah. You guys ready to see it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah? OK.
Oh. That's so smart.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. It looks amazing. Oh, my God.
That's absolutely amazing.
It looks so shiny. That looks so good. I'm so chuffed. Can I? Of course. Twizzle it. Oh, my gosh. That just looks so smart. I'm chuffed to bits. Thank you.
So, it's just overwhelming, really, because it's like it's really hard when you lose somebody, but you know, and when you a treasure that was a treasure to him, to have it put back into the way it should be, it's quite magical, isn't it? Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Oh.
So who's going to take it out?
You carry it out, go on.
No, I'm going to give it to you.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, because that's what your dad would have wanted. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Yes, sweetheart.
Okay.
Take care.
Thank you.
Both of you. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Oh, well done, you.
After hours and hours, a lot of cleaning and scrubbing and polishing, the hot towel machine is looking good. And I just need to put all these pieces back on and then test it and hope it doesn't leak. This has definitely not been a straightforward journey. This tap has been a bit of a test. But now it's turning nice and freely and working perfectly. Okay, before I get too far into this reassembly, I'm just going to fill this up one last time and keep my fingers crossed. It's just starting to show on my water gauge there. I think, so far, no leaks. Hopefully the tap should work as well. Ha-ha! Yes! Well, I'm very pleased to say that it's looking dry. It's not leaking. It's so nice to see it actually coming back to life again. I can now finish putting the last few pieces on the door and the shelves inside, and of course, the all-important glass sign.
The stained chalk portrait has had its own makeover.
The vacuum process has worked very well, actually, and it's just necessary to retone some of that sort of scarring that's left over from the oil. And I use a chalk, a pure pigment chalk for that. I'll use the finer, sharpened ones just to get into any detail. And then I also use pastels, which are sort of formed as a block like this. There's a lot of different colours going on when you look closely, so you're trying to mask out that yellow first, and then on top of it you want to put sort of pinky, blue, you want a mixture. I tend to use soft cotton buds because it just dislodges the pastel, so there's no clear chalk lines. And gradually it will just blend in. I can see why this is so important to Sarah and Tiffany. It's probably one of the last memories of their sister. Very sweet thing.
Thank you.
Hotshot Dom may have got the towel machine heating again, but he's just getting warmed up on the aesthetics.
Panos has such vivid memories of this hot towel machine in his father's barber shop with the all-important sign above it saying hot towels. I know that his friend made him this sign, and bless him, it's lovely, but it's not what Panos remembers. So I'm going to replace it with a new one. I've got a new piece of glass, the same size. I've drawn the lettering on with a Chinograph pencil, which is ideal for drawing onto glass. I'm using my sign writing enamel paints for this. It's very hard-wearing paint, and importantly, the colours are just very strong. There is no rushing this. I do love sign writing. I really, really do enjoy it. It's really nice to put down the angle grinders and the hammers and just pick up my paintbrushes from time to time. When it goes well, it's really rewarding. And so far, this is looking quite good. I'm almost there with the top 3 letters. I just need to finish those, do the bottom. Once that's dried and finished, the hot towel machine is almost ready to go back to Panos.
With 3 generations of Panos' family in the barber trade, this machine is a symbol of their family's journey from 1950 Cyprus to the flourishing family business that it is today.
Panos, how are you?
How are you, Dom?
Welcome
Great.
back. I'm very good, thank you. How have you been since leaving the hot towel machine?
Oh, wow. Yes, good, thank you.
What are you hoping I've done?
First of all, if it's working.
It's been a while since it's worked, isn't it?
Yes, late 80s was the last time it worked.
Do you want to see it?
Oh, please, yeah. Wow. That used to be behind me. Oh. And the sign. Oh, my God. You're a master, my boy. Oh, wow. Preloaded with towels as well. When it's too hot, that's what you're
I can still hold it, so that's OK.
That's OK. And then you spread it round the face.
Will you cover your whole face?
Yeah.
Like this?
You wrap it round, soften it all up, and they're ready.
It sounds lovely.
It's the memories all coming flooding back, you know, of good days. And you don't know you're having these good days when you're going through them. When you lose, like we've lost my father, Peter Adamu, you realise those days were the most precious, really.
It's a special thing, isn't it?
Astonished. It's as it was.
So what's the plan for it now?
It goes back to our shop in Shanklin. It's told a story up to now, and it's going to continue telling a story with my son, Alex, who eventually is going to take over.
Amazing. The next generation.
Next generation. Fantastic.
You pleased?
Amazing. Ecstatic. I mean, thank you. Thank you, Dom.
You're so welcome.
OK. Goodbye.
See you later.
Bye. Having the hot towel machine feels as good as it was.
Some meticulous retouching has restored the portrait of a much-missed little girl. Louise must now ensure her work is preserved for years to come.
To prepare the frame in a conservation manner, I would line these rebates, and what that does is it seals all the insects out and the dirt and the dust and anything that can get trapped onto the artwork. This is a acid-free paper tape, actually. You just moisten it and just fit it along this rebate. It's not seen at all. I'm excited to see Tiffany and Sarah's reaction to this, actually, because it is so incredibly different. And even I wasn't sure how it would come out, which is often the exciting thing about conservation. You know, we don't ever fully know how things will come out.
I will just let that dry, and once it's dry, double check the glass, and it can all be assembled, and it's ready to go.
The portrait of Tracy honoured the memory of a young girl whose life was tragically cut short, but the years had left their mark.
All done?
Yeah, all done. There she is.
It's lovely. Right, let's get that covered up.
Now Tiffany and Sarah have returned, longing to see the image of their big sister, just as they remember her.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Hello. Thank you.
Both looking very floral and bright today.
Yep.
I feel like I've underdressed. What are you hoping that Louise has managed to do for you?
I'm obviously hoping what I call the rusting effect has gone.
Yeah.
So.
Well, should we have a look? Yeah? Right, Louise?
Oh, wow.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh, it's totally brilliant.
Yeah.
It's the colour, it's really good. Like, it's all like where all the damage was at the top, you can't even see that. It's really good.
You can just see sort of how happy she was at the time the picture was taken.
It's just like having her back with us, that we're all together again, and that's what it is. It's just, that's all.
Well, she's in the best condition she can be in now.
Yeah.
So I hope you enjoy having her back.
Thank you.
Where she belongs.
Thank you very much.
When I look at the portrait, the memories are just of how happy we were growing up. We had a lovely childhood. So, yeah, it's just her smiling back, I can remember her as vivid as I see it as the picture. So.